So the last section of homework for 3.4 I'm going to talk about is exercise 77, and it says to find all the zeros of this function and then write the function as a product of all its linear factors. And particular for this one, what we know is that we have our function and it's g of x equals x to the fourth minus 4x cubed plus 8x squared minus 16x plus 16. So since it's a fourth degree function, there are four possible zeros at most. Some might be repeated, some might be real, some might be complex. But the possible rational zeros are the following zeros. The factors of 16 over the factors of 1. So 16 minus 16, 8, and negative 8. Four and negative 4, 2 and negative 2, 1 and negative 1. So we got to check all of these and see if we can get this reduced down any further, and the quickest one to test would be 1. And let's see what happens. Well, that one didn't work, so now I'm going to try negative 1. And the goal for this is to get a remainder of 0, because then that tells us that we found a 0. Well, this one won't be a 0 either. Well, let's try 2. We seem to have found first 0. And our first 0 is at 2. So we found our first 0. It's 2. So our first factor is x minus 2. Now, after I've gotten through all of these, what we have left is this. We have x cubed minus 2x squared plus 4x minus 8. Now I got to start checking the rest of these to see what else is true. Or, if I recall from way back when, if I use a grouping technique, which is possible, if I plug x cubed negative 2x squared here, 4x, and a negative 8, these multiply x cubed and negative 8 to the same thing these do, so therefore it's factorable. 4 x squared negative 2 and x. So what we have left is this. So our factored expression right now is x minus 2 and then x squared plus 4. Now, this is my next one, which I can find a 0 for very quickly. It's 2. However, this one can't be factored anymore, but I can solve this. If I set it equal to 0, if I minus 4, I get x squared equals a negative 4, and I square root it, I get x equals plus or minus 2i. So those are my two solutions. That means x plus 2i is a factor, x minus 2i is a factor. Now we have 4 different factors for this, so we have to write them all out. So I have 1, 2, 3, and 4 zeros. One of them got repeated, but that's okay. I just have to rewrite it as a product of linear factors. So here's how I write it. X minus 2 times x minus 2 times x plus 2i times x minus 2i. And again, this is a product of linear factors. So my solutions are 2, 2, minus 2i plus 2i. This one has a multiplicity of 2 though. Because it was repeated.